You got it. That was so good. Can you shake? Give me high fives or low fives. Good girl. Good girl. Huh. Ready? Go get it. We've been working on the Frisbee and catching. I'm so excited. That was good. She caught it. That's cool. So, get a lot of questions. People are like, Hoag, what did you used to do in California? What did you used to, what do you do for work? What do you do for work now? Well, for work right now, it's pretty obvious. I do video and editing stuff, right? Not just here at YouTube. That news break stuff, which has been fantastic, doing like those short little videos and stories, like different videos than y'all will see here, more like exclusive small stuff. Wedding, small business, all that kind of good stuff. But I do get asked, what did I used to do in California? I had a contractor's license. I helped Bab's uncle with the pool plastering company. I went to work at ADP kind of when that economy took that sluggish little slope in 2008. Was at ADP for like 5 years and then went back into construction after that, and then we moved out here. But when I was there, I was a superintendent and a construction manager with Irvine Company, and I have a folder that's filled with footage from California that just never got put together, and I had this day in the life of what I did in California, like what a typical day was in California. I never put it together with all the old vlogs. I thought, why not? We'll put it together right now. Kind of show y'all what I used to do in California, or what my typical day was, I guess, before we headed out here. And I got to throw Frisbees to my dog, and then go in and do editing and all that good stuff. Which, y'all, I shot a wedding. I did photos. I've only shot a handful of weddings, photo-wise. Usually it's all video. I love taking photos. I love doing it. We took over like 4,000 photos, and we just finally culled through everything, like sorted through them all. We have like 700 to 800 photos now to edit. Taking pictures at weddings is hard. Posing people is hard, especially if people are like uncomfortable or not like natural at it, which I understand not everyone is. On the video side, you're more natural. You're not as everything's so staged with photos. Woo, it's a lot of work to go through photos. It's a lot of work to go through 4,000 photos. But yeah, taking photos is no easy task. But it was fun, a lot of fun. But did find that folder, Day in the Life of in California. A lot of y'all have asked, and this is what I did. Alright, workout's done. On to work. That's about it. That's my morning. Once I get into that routine, it's the same old thing. When I was at Marina Del Rey at the last project, I was like two years of that same routine, just over and over again. And so far, this has been 2 months of the same routine over and over again, but I like it. Gets my day going early. I feel like I'm being productive, not lazy. And I just cruise down a little bit to the office in Newport, and then go from there. Funny because this is one of those video projects I've wanted to make for a while, just because I wish I had one from my dad. So I don't know, being fitting that it's his birthday, and I was like, you know what, I need to make one, just because that's one of my favorite things. When I think back, I don't have very many things with him because of them getting separated and stuff when I was little, and then eventually him passing away. One of my favorite things was always going to work with my dad. Like, I loved like a day in the life of my dad. From food craft coffee services, like I thought it was so cool. Like, I remember we wake up like super early in the morning for a little kid, like 4 a.m. is super early. And we'd go down to food craft right by Dodger Stadium, like stone's throw away. But I remember running through, like, they had the big warehouse and they had like all the coffee stuff in it, which is why I'm obsessed with coffee. From a young age, I started drinking it black. I remember running through and there were just coffee bags everywhere and just those smells, and like my dad would walk in and it's just like all the other co-workers like you know, like in any other business place, like everybody knows everyone and has laughs and a good time. And I just remember that. And then it was the coolest thing because he drove like a UPS type truck that didn't have doors on the sides. And I remember he took me around on some of the drives, and it was the coolest, one of the coolest things as a kid. I don't know why, not having doors, and you just seatbelt and there's the road just going by you. But that was one of my favorite things, definitely, was going to work with my dad. And then at the Rose Bowl too, when he ran all the concessions, that was more than like any little boy could ask for, really. You know, like 14, 15, 16, I got to run around the Rose Bowl on the weekends. When Galaxy played there, UCLA football played there, I got exposed to all kinds of events, got to go down on the field and help out, go in the locker rooms, got to see the cheerleaders. As a little boy, that was the coolest thing ever. And then I helped too, I worked. It instilled the work ethic I have in me now. Was going to work with my dad all those times and seeing how hard he did work, multiple jobs, and just the efforts that he put in and the respect that he got at those projects. You went back and asked somebody about my dad as a personal guy, they might not have been the favorite, but when it came to work, that was something that I definitely did admire, and I'm glad I got that from him, because it's definitely a good trait to have. Fun fact, I don't like getting dressed up. Last project was cool because it's jeans and polo, and I could live in jeans. I don't know if it goes back to skateboarding days where I always wore jeans, but just one of those things. When it comes to ties, I hate tying ties. Obviously my dad never wore ties, so he never taught me how to tie ties, so I learned how to tie ties from the guys in the church. And a lot of times, I will just leave my tie tied, just throw that puppy on and get on with my day. Now, I know I work in Orange County. Image is everything. There are probably people that are throwing up right now knowing that I do that and just wondering how can that man go on with his life pre-tying a tie and not untying it and tying it every morning. And you know what? Just fine. Moving on, just fine. That's one thing always got to do, is you always got to say good morning to people. There are not enough people in this world that say good morning to people. Everyone just walks right by each other in their own little bubble, whether they're on their phone or not, or they're vlogging and walking with a camera. But you need to say hi and good morning to people way more. So we got to park way back here in that parking structure, and then walk over here to our main building. Our boss, our chairman, Donald Brent, owns this whole area. He owns most of Irvine and the Irvine area. So these ones are all just a bunch of other businesses and banks and people that lease spots in those buildings, and our building's actually back behind this one. I will say there is a look and a vibe and an appearance to our company that everyone loves. The palm trees, just, it's got that California vibe, that California feel. That's why I love working here. It's a good brand to back. It's actually I think that one's mine. It's actually not like a normal elevator where you just walk in and push a button and go. We have this thing that's on our phone that unlocks doors and unlocks elevators and only gives certain people access to the building. So it's kind of cool, super techy and innovating. This is one of our properties.
And then Catalina, see Catalina over here? Catalina, that's not one of our properties, but still gorgeous. So that's it, that's the office. Now I'm gonna get my morning routine going, eat some breakfast, which, oh crap, I forgot it in the car. And then get my coffee going, and then get on the computer, start the emails, start the day. All right, now we can get. It is just about noontime. Wrapped up everything in the office. Didn't want to show all that. It's kind of boring. But we are headed out to the job sites now. I got to go out and do some measuring at the job sites for some temporary fencing that'll go up once we start construction. This is the second half of the job that I love because I get to go outside and be out in the field. That's probably the best part of the job. Let's go check out the projects. Actually kind of nice today. Don't have any meetings. Usually we have meetings. It's almost a given to have a meeting. Usually we have meetings about having meetings for meetings. And we're really good at that. Today there's no meetings, which is nice. And anyone that's involved with meetings, I'm pretty sure you feel me. It's nice not to have a meeting. All right, so this is the first of the 3 properties that I need to get out here and measure. Give you a look at the units. See what the units are like, what we're doing in there. But mainly I gotta get these measurements done so that way they can order banners for the fences. Real exciting stuff today. So this is one of the remodeled units where we added a washer and dryer. Added some new flooring, just touched up on paint. These are older, these were made in the 70s. We took out a wall right here. There was a hearth here that we took out, really old tacky looking tile. Made it a little bit nicer, put a TV above the fireplace, and then obviously new kitchen with appliances, countertops, and cabinets. Yeah, it's a little bit of what I'm up to. I'll show you a pre-renovated unit too, so you get an idea of what they look like beforehand, but yeah. It's obviously one that has not been renovated yet. It's in the progress, underway, but a little bit of work left to be done in here, but these things are turning out great. So we've got some good crews, some good subs. Pleased with the turnout so far. Just gotta keep going. We got, I think, 700 units or so between the 3 properties. So a lot of work ahead. That's it for the first property. Got all my measurements, checked out the model units and the test units, and a little after 1, so I'm gonna go grab some food and then continue over to the other properties and just keep doing my thing.
Oh, all right. So that is it. It is like 4:50. We are gonna get out of here and get on the road. Start this drive home. I can either go up the toll road, go around the 91, mess with the 15, but it's always such a disaster. Or I could go south and go over Ortega Highway. Really, they're kind of the same. By the time you add in the traffic and stuff on the 91 and 15, it's about the same time as the Ortega is. But Ortega is so much more beautiful, and I'd much rather go Ortega. Then I don't pay the toll on the toll road either. So definitely Ortega is my preferred route. So I'm gonna head home that way. Just taking the scenery. It's a gorgeous day out, so might as well enjoy it. Now I was called a fool by many. I was, you know, many asked, you know, why would you do that? Why would you leave that? Like it's perfect. Like it. I mean, I guess it seems perfect, maybe in someone's eyes, but we all have different expectations in life, right? And different views and all that good stuff. This is perfect to me, right here. Getting to play with my dog. I go shoot weddings. I go work with small businesses, put them on the map, get them attention, help them succeed. You can't put a price on happiness. You cannot put a price on happiness or dog hair. There's someone. How is she still shedding? Oh, this is so fun, huh?